All right, good morning, y'all. What's happening? What's up? Yeah, basically, I live down here in Texas, but I follow the current events back home in Minneapolis, and there's been a lot of killings lately, which really saddens my heart. A lot of these kids are high school age, sophomore, junior, senior, and high school graduate age. They ain't even getting a chance at life, and basically, I used to live that life, man, so I want to just put something out here for these people, that seem to have a problem understanding what it is these kids are going through. First off, you don't get into gangs, by the friends you hang around with, more often than not, gang recruitment starts within the family. You need to keep that in mind. If you want to start doing away with all the gang activity and stuff, you need to take a look at the family. The simple fact of the matter is, when Phat Phat got shot and all these other kids were getting shot, probably 4 or 5, maybe even 10 more people have been shot since then. More than likely, they're all related to each other in one form or another. I know when I got shot, a lot of people got shot because of me. You got love in the streets, but it's misplaced love, it's misguided, and it's not the pure kind because it can turn on you at any time. Young people, be aware of that, man. These people are your friends, but as soon as you go against the grain and start having your own agenda and decide that you don't want to be a criminal no more, some of them won't hate you. A lot of them in Minnesota won't kill you, but they will start treating you differently, and you will lose a lot of respect. The love wasn't there in the first place. It's conditional love, and conditional love is superficial. Everybody acts dumbfounded and stuff, and I'm going to try to refrain from cuss words. I'm really emotional about this, and you can see by the look on my face, the sun is not in my eye. I'm kind of really fed up with this. I'm talking with people that's on the KMOJ Facebook, and shout out to KMOJ, for staying in the community. But everybody's talk about we gotta pray, even with Mad Dads, and I'm not going to down them. I started a Black Man Stand Up movement, being influenced by what Mad Dad does for the community in Minneapolis, and we need to be just as active as them, and don't come to the Black Man Stand Up movement if you're not ready to put your feet to the concrete and make the rubber meet the road and actually do what it takes to stop this BS out here in the streets. These kids are leaving out of a parent's house, an uncle's house, somebody who is in a family or authority of them, at least one of them kids, after they get smoked up and drink and do whatever other drugs they doing, or unless they doing with a sober mind, which that is the trait of a sociopath. Either which way it goes, these kids got problems. There's problems in the home. They walk right out the back door, right past the front door, and maybe say, okay, Mom, run to the store to grab a blunt. Do you need something? Go out, shoot some shit up, come home, give their mom their blunt, their weed, or whatever it is, and go back down in the basement and wash up to get the gun residue off of them. Okay, act like this don't happen. Act like you don't know. All right, and if that's what you're going to do, quit complaining about the problem. I'm going to say it just like that because that's the way it is. If you know this is going on and you ain't doing nothing to stop it, you're part of the problem. If you're going to sit by and watch, you enabling it. You might as well just feed all the junkies all the dope they want to and give out free hypodermic needles and you might as well just tell the kids to fuck without condoms, excuse my language, and start getting your baby drunk and high as soon as they know how to inhale and acquire the taste for alcohol. That's basically what you're doing. Even the community that's not involved in this life, there's people out here raising their kids to be gang members and drug dealers and as evil as they can be and as hard as they can be, and my son's going to be a beast. He ain't going to take no shit. So, if you think it's cute to have your son dressed like a thug or a pimp or anything like that, or have your daughter, popping her tail out and dancing like a stripper, you're part of the problem, and I'm not going to bite my tongue. You're really a piece of shit. You need to get your mind right. All these are the same people that are turning a blind eye because they have something to hide in their house, and, they don't want to be the pot calling the kettle black, which really we could get rid of the pot in the kettle in that situation. Or, they afraid to step to these kids. And, I don't look too old, but I don't look too young. And I be on the bus, and I step to them. And I say, man, y'all need to get it right. Y'all out here making us look bad, man. These people think we animals, dude. Sober up and get your mind right. Man, y'all, graduate school, man. Have a future, man. We are supposed to be something. We're supposed to be greater than this, man. Can you even fathom your potential in a legitimate lifestyle? Our potential is based on how much drugs we can sell, how many females we can have, how many different babies' moms we got drama with, and how big our damn rims are, and how many gold teeth we got in our mouth. Y'all can miss me with that, man. We had Oscar Grant get shot in the back, and the same day that the white cops verdict came out, you know, where he was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter after they had 3 cops on him, and he pulls out his gun and pops them and don't even show no sign of surprise, and he's racist and got put out of high school for it. Look at my other videos for that. It gets overshadowed by what team LeBron James is going to play for. Okay? Distraction. President Obama, you can get 2 middle fingers, man. You commented 5 times on the issue with LeBron James, man. You come from fucking Chicago, man. All right, Mr. President, you come from Chicago. You know what the violence in the streets is among people of color, among white people, among the lower class of society. You know what it is, and you're worried about us as basketball player. You ain't building us no schools, no grocery stores, or generating any jobs for his community is going to come play in Chicago or Miami or New York. Man, I don't know what the hell this word. It's distraction. He's in on it too. Okay, so we are being distracted by all this stuff. And one day something messed up is going to happen. A lot of us are going to end up dead. We're going to be out of our mind, crazy, going through withdrawal from these drugs that we can't get no more, and fucking depressed because reality hits us. Sober stands for son of a bitch, everything's real. And everything is real what we doing right now. And as long as our people are numbed up and they got their mind clouded, I'll say it again, they ain't going to see past the tip of their nose with a clouded mind, let alone the forest through the trees. Okay? And when that day comes that you sober up or everybody finally realizes it's not a black versus white thing, but it's a good versus evil thing, and do you want to be pure or corrupt? Nobody's going to be pure. There's only one pure man, but we can thrive for perfection. We can do our best, okay? And that don't mean just give up and go all out, man. You run around like some fools, man. I tell you, man, you know, there'll probably be 5 to 10 more dead by the end of this week. And nobody's going to stand on these streets and snatch a gun out these kids' hands and put a foot in their ass all the way back to their house and ask their parents what the hell's wrong with them. And if their parents do it, call the fucking law on their ass and save them damn kids. All right? For real. I went through a lot of shit to get to be who I am today that I didn't have to go through. And I could have been this 10 years ago. You see what I'm saying? So look at where everybody else lives and look at where you live. And to compare your living conditions to everybody else's living conditions and ask yourself what's different. What's different from Penn and Broadway that's different from 50th and Xerxes? I'll tell you what's different. The shit that flies on Penn and Broadway ain't going down on 50th and Xerxes. All right? There's people in their houses that will shoot your ass for that bullshit. And they can. Wise up, people. We better get hip and get off this shit. If you want the gangs to stop, go out there in the middle of the night. Walk up on them and plant a seed of knowledge and let them know you can change or you can take your ass to prison because I'm sick of looking like this. I'm EB. I'm out.